Hey, welcome back. Today, we're going on a journey, and it's a big one. We're going to explore the incredible architecture that connects your own mind all the way out to the cosmos. And we're going to start with the tiny space between your eyes and your hand, and end up with your permanent, lasting impact on the entire universe. So yeah, let's dive in.
So let me just start by asking you a question. It sounds simple, but it gets right to the heart of how we experience reality itself. How far away is the past?
The answer? Well, it's way, way closer than you think. In fact, it's literally right in front of your face.
Okay, check this out. Imagine a ruler that's exactly 1 light nanosecond long. That's the distance light can travel in just 1/1000th of a second. Now, hold your hand about that far from your eyes. The light bouncing off your hand takes 1 nanosecond to reach you. So you're not seeing your hand as it is right now, you're actually seeing it as it was 1 nanosecond ago. You're looking into the past.
This means we are all living in a world that has technically already happened. And this is where your brain's incredible job comes in. It's not just passively watching things. It's a prediction processor. It's constantly, furiously working to close that tiny time gap, guessing what's going to happen next so you can navigate a world that is always just ever so slightly behind schedule. So how on earth does it build the maps it needs to pull that off?
Well, the architecture we're talking about, it begins deep inside our own heads, with our brain's very own internal map maker, the hippocampus.
This little seahorse-shaped part of your brain is an absolute master cartographer. I mean, it's essential for making new memories and connecting ideas, but here's the really cool part. Its main job is to organize information spatially. It literally builds the mental maps of the world around you.
You know that feeling, right? You walk with total purpose out of the living room and into the kitchen, and then you just stop. You're standing there thinking, wait, what did I come in here for? This is a real thing. It's called the doorway effect, and it has everything to do with that internal map maker of yours. So here's what's happening. Your brain attached your intention, I'm going to go grab a drink, to the mental map of the room you are in. But when you walked through that doorway, you entered a new space. So your brain, being efficient, basically archived the old map and loaded up a new one. And poof, the thought that was attached to the old map just collapsed. Now what's really cool is that you can totally hijack this system to your advantage. It's an ancient technique called the method of loci, or a memory palace. You just mentally place things you need to remember in different rooms of a building you know really well, like your childhood home. You're using your hippocampus's natural knack for spatial mapping to build an amazing memory tool. You're turning information into a place you can literally walk through in your mind. Okay, so that's the map inside your head. But what happens when we zoom out? Like way out. This need we have to orient ourselves, to draw maps, it doesn't stop with us. As a whole species, we've tried to draw a map of who we are for the entire cosmos.
And just look at these two incredible attempts. Back in 1974, we used the Arecibo radio telescope to beam this message out into space, a digital map of our DNA and our solar system, all written in binary. We were basically betting that math is a universal language. And then you have the Voyager Golden Records. These are actual physical time capsules, carrying the sights and sounds of Earth, sent on this epic, hopeful journey into the great unknown.
And here's the thing. Once these messages are sent, they become something you could call archaeological photons. They are waves traveling through the vacuum of space, forever. They won't decay, they just keep going, becoming these permanent, expanding landmarks of our existence. But trying to map ourselves for others, well, that brings up an even deeper question. If we're so busy making all these maps of our memories, maps of our species, what exactly is the territory they're supposed to represent? I mean, are the things we're mapping, are they even fundamentally real to begin with?
Let's get a little philosophical here for a second. What if I told you that the chair you're sitting on doesn't actually exist? Not as a single thing, anyway. And what if I told you that you don't exist either?
This is a wild idea from philosophy called mereological nihilism, and it's a real mind-bender. But basically, it suggests that all the objects we see in the world are just constructs. They're illusions created by our perception. The only things that truly, fundamentally exist are the tiniest, most basic, indivisible particles.
So here's the core idea. There are no such things as chairs. There are only these fundamental particles, or simples, that are just arranged chair-wise. And you're not a single object called a person. You are a massive, complex collection of simples that are temporarily arranged
Human-wise, we're not solid things, we're just fleeting patterns in the stuff of the universe.
So if that's true, if we're all just temporary arrangements, where does that leave us? Is that it? This brings us to our final, and maybe the most profound way of finding our place in the cosmos, what we can call the ripple ghost legacy.
That's what you are, a ripple ghost. It's this beautiful, really powerful metaphor for how even a temporary arrangement like you can leave a totally permanent mark on everything. And listen, this isn't just some nice-sounding poetry. This is actual physics. The tiny, tiny gravitational pull from your body, right now, as you sit there, is reaching across the solar system and ever so slightly tugging on the planet Saturn. And that influence, as small as it is real. It will contribute to the exact timing of when and how its incredible rings eventually collapse millions of years from now. Long, long after you're gone, the precise arrangement of matter in the universe will be different, forever, because you existed. Your influence is literally woven into the fabric of space-time itself. You can't be erased.
So maybe the ultimate way to orient ourselves isn't finding our location on some map at all. Maybe it's about a complete shift in perspective. We're not just another object in the universe, waiting to be seen. We are the universe's way of seeing itself. We aren't the thing being seen, we are the seeing.
And if we are the seeing, then it is absolutely crucial that we protect that ability in ourselves and in others. That's why a portion of all proceeds from our Curiosity Box goes directly to supporting Alzheimer's research, to help protect those precious hippocampal maps that create the very architecture of who we are. Thanks for watching.